furry little friend. I scooped him up in the academy of all places. During a reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of... He told server. He stumbled upon the little guy in some kind of observatory. Supposedly... You know what? That's actually fitting. Good timing. Little guy in some kind of observatory supposedly used by a king long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So...
Bengalis, our mysterious kitty, is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the academy. All the knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. It may even be hiding secrets as big as a dragon temple or the sanctum. Well, I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know?
Speaking of which...
And speaking of fate, on my way back I met up with Mistress. She's well, I trust.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
More than well, her throat has been fine and she's fairly a prominent singer about town now. We both just keep soaring to new heights, her in music and me coming face to face with magic again. Surely you remember music was the first magic born in this world, yes? Yes, Galaga. And you have mentioned it a couple times. When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others and then they make hearts swell. Why, there's no need to the magic. So you watch. With music and magic on my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. Oh, you're so much. That's what my sister would have wanted. And if it makes the world a better place, why isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts. Ew.
All right now.
Any moment now, the trophy would be nice. Okay, no trophy. Ho ho ho! It's he. How many times have I said this? What brings His Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind on your face too, have you? I know how it is. It's a fancy old title, Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau. Oh my goodness! I can research as I please now, but something's missing. So I threw off the stuffy old uniform. That was the name. And gaze upon the runner in that way I do. Take your job seriously. I know how you feel.
About that.
I feel like I know what you mean when you're saying something's missing. I knew you agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I'd rather miss the days of dashing hither and thither in the runner. Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given to a man who used to sulk about modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from the oceana to your palatial plates. Oh, I can't speak no more. It wouldn't change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit stuck at the beginning on the development. And at times like this, I need simulation off the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Let's smell another relic hunt. Are you going to send me on another relic hunt? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you hop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain any excitement. I'm joking. It's not that long, but it feels long. Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain. Didn't mean to interrupt. I was just curious. I thought, oh no, you're fine. You're fine, Tulsifer. You're fine. Contain my excitement. I needed the little break. My excitement didn't miss traveling like that. I was able to get a sip of water. Even if the relics themselves were a bit off, left untouched, they become the guiding principles of my research, you know? Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all. Still, no small feat to design with the perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, I'm badly genius. Now I knew it. What I need is simulation, your majesty, you know, like soul-shaking speed and quiver of a dry engine. You'll let me know if you ever want to go out for a spin, won't you? Oh, dear old girl, sparkling clean and always ready for takeoff. Yes. I think that's everyone matters. I don't care for Grease. Gidox, whatever his name is. Please? How do I get the... like, how much... Riding on my sword, do they want me to do? Woo. Alright, Maria. We're coming to you. I'm coming, Maria. Where are thou? Where are thou?
All right then.
Oh, you're up here. Do. What's up, people? Bye, people. What's up, people? Bye, people.
So?
I think we're all headed where we came from. People should head into where Maria is. So let's go see her.
That reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came for looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then, though. She's happy now. Things are different now, though. You can say that again. This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around? Is that the one you've been working on yourself? Oh no, another book. I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure. Oh, what if this is like a theory, like how I think in my theory for Final Fantasy VII, how I believe 7 is actually like the first, like the actual one, and then Remake is just a world that Sephiroth created because he couldn't just bear the idea of losing. Right? It was what Remake is, and then yeah, that's what I think. Yeah. But that's not even the real word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, that means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going? Yes. Trophy? No trophy. Why do it look so nice when it's not destroyed?
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Is our country any better now? Am I keeping my promise?
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, and the burden of this momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
A place where I ought to be, a side of myself I ought to show. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
You make a trusty advisor.
Yes. I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There'll always be more to do and learn beyond its walls.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You didn't go steady on the poor fellow.
Oh,
We're the
man.
ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
There were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Huh. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
I resolved to believe in ideals no matter what may come, even back then. Even if the world is slow to change, a king's beliefs can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
I love Hulkenberg.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
You're right. So when does this game end?
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
I won't force you to come. There's more I have to see.
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I just want to do what I can.
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
I was being serious.
Never the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point back. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized, so I'll press on forward. That's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
No.
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you've no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year, 'tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
Yes.
It's natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? And we'll just have to lead by example.
Then let's go.
Right then, let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation?
No.
That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Well, I'm actually going. Okay.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
Ice Bay.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind. Oh.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow!
You brought her.
Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Credits. Oh. Beautiful game. A round of applause. Round of applause. It's a great game. Do I put it over Persona 5 Royal? No. Part of me would have been like, yes, but it had its little downfall. It had its little downfall on it. It had its downfall. It had its downfall. I like what Alice is doing. You know, it's their first time going into fantasy, and I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Like, basing that this is like their first game in like this kind of genre, I can't wait to see what more of the game they could create. Their overall combat, it's not that good. It could get better. It could be better. It was a point in the game I did feel the story was a little too rushed, and it was when we went to the opera house. I did feel that rush. I honestly did. It was sad the only character that actually died was Grius, but like he had to die, unfortunately. RIP to him, but we did this for you. On the father too, I guess. I don't know. I like the game. I honestly like the game. I think between like playing Persona 3 Reload and this, and I love Reload. Tartarus got really boring. Even getting the platinum for the game, I was like, I'm just done with Tartarus. Like, it was another reason why, like, when episode Aegis came out, I was like, I have to do this again. Which I know it's like a dungeon crawler, but like, I got tired of it. It was just because I got tired of it because I got like just a week before that game came out, or like 2 weeks prior, I was grinding for the trophy to platinum the game. So I was just tired with Tartarus. If I didn't do that, I think I would have finished episode, I guess. I like that the dungeons in this game were different. It wasn't all the same. I think I might have to agree with Tab. As much as I hated that dungeon, the Dragon Temple was probably the best dungeon that they had because it was very different. Again, but I do love that all the dungeons like were different. Minus like the side quest ones that you had to do for the bounties, they were all the same, and the Forsaken Towers, or like the towers, were all the same. It was just a spiral. The level jumps in this game is so stupidly insane. Like, you think you're proper level, and then you go in like the quest for forget. It was a level 22. I was level 8. I didn't even know. No one told me. And then everyone in that dungeon was like level 16. Again, the level jump misses in this game really. It tested my patience. The misses in these games really tested my patience, honestly. It really did. Missing at critical points that I just back. It was like a if you miss, you're screwed. Like, you're dead that turn, or someone's dying on your team. Oh, I had learned. I had to remember I had to treat this game like SMT5. If you lose a turn, like, your turns are really valuable. And that's something with this game, like, your turns are super valuable. It was super valuable. You said you could do it. You're right. I hated that I wasted a day, but then again, I had like so much time. I do like that you can max out all your followers, honestly. The other thing is, like, in this game, MP is an issue in this game. Your MP, like, even if you try doing MP management, it's an issue. It's an issue for sure. Like, not even in SMT5 when I played it, I don't even think I had an MP problem there. Aside from like early on in the game, like for SMT5 compared to this game, like, doesn't matter like where you're early on in the game or like throughout the game, like MP is always going to be an issue. it's always going to be an issue, especially like in dungeons, unless you're going in with the mage. But the problem with the mage is that it only gives you 1 MP in return. So if you max out all the archetypes on the protagonist, as an example, you probably, depending on the archetype you have, I think the highest of, I'm not lying, got close to over like 800 MP was the closest that we got to. And that's a lot of MP to go back and like regenerate without going outside of the dungeon and coming back in for another day. So you could kind of literally do everything in one go. It's how like I did it with I think with Norbras is the one I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get out, come back, because I was just low on MP. Zorbra, I keep calling it Norbras. Oh, Zorbra. But the child is where I messed up. When we fought the child, I just went straight in, and that battle took us a long time because I feel like we could have beaten it in a while. Gunner's so good for like open world, is so good because you could just kill it from afar and just go on. Again, its overall combat was just horrible. Now in terms of the story, I liked where it was going. I think I never liked Forden. I did not like Forden. I was happy he died. Louis, I had no problem with Louis killing him. Louis had every right to kill him because he pitted everything on Louis for killing. But Louis did kill the king, but he put like, oh, Louis is the one that also killed the prince. And Louis was like, it wasn't me. I had no problem with that whatsoever. I think Louis was a great villain. Yes, his purpose kind of then began to fall off the moment Forden had been slain. It started to fall off, but we always knew the kind of world. I know like not everyone likes him. Here's the thing where I'm gonna say between Louis and why I prefer Louis. Yeah, I think we all come into like an agreement. None of us like Forden, right? None of us like him. Hate him? Yeah, okay. Okay, so common agreement is that no one liked them. All right, cool. So Forden, I never liked Forden because like again, he was just being dishonest. He wanted power. Like he was, no matter what, if it wasn't Louis who killed the king, Forden was gonna kill the king. No matter what, we kind of knew that. At least what I give credit to Louis was that he was always honest in what his intentions were and what he wanted to do. Like he even when Yufa went and we gave him like the fake Dracadillos, he told her like, yeah, Game Awards, I'm probably gonna turn them on. I am gonna put them on. I'm gonna look for it meanwhile. Uh-oh. Hold on. So like I kinda Game Awards. Hold on, let me look for it. At least Louis was very honest in what he believed in. Oh, we got like a couple minutes. I got it. I'll put it up in a bit. Like Louis was honest what his intentions were, and like he told you for like, yeah, if you didn't give it to me, I was gonna bomb your village no matter what. So like I'm like, at least he's being honest. Yeah, he fell off towards the end once you removed Forden. Rella thing, I kind of knew it was Rella the moment we went to go visit her, but I didn't really put 2 and 2 together. But I kind of figured when she said like, oh yeah, this was like hand scribbled and there's no way to cure it. The easiest way is to kill the caster and stuff. And then when the Juna went to go talk to her after we found out the thing about Forden, and she was kind of acting a little suspicious. And I was like, ooh, maybe like, but my other thought was like, I thought like how in Blue Exorcist, like if one of the priests or whatever talks something, I don't want to spoil the anime for those who haven't watched it. If they say something that's hidden that they're hiding, there's like a curse on them and they just automatically die. So I was like, oh, maybe that's what's it. But then like, it was her. It was obvious it was her. I kind of wish that when we fought her and the dragon, I wish it was an actual dungeon. That would have been a cool dungeon design. Being in the Mage Academy, like I just imagined like, all the destruction and all that. Like that would have been cool. But in the end, I have to agree. I hated that dungeon, and it was probably the best dungeon in the game, and that would be the Dragon Temple. It was pretty, I like, it was a pretty interesting. I still think Persona still has like the best dungeon palaces because they were all just so unique. The only thing I didn't like was Mementos, because I felt like Tartarus to me. Game over. Oh, look, in just in time. But yeah, I like the game. I think it would be game of the year. I believe for me it would be game of the year because it's only been the game I play that's in the list. But I think Aldo and My Ring might win.
Dear guest, from a world I shall never know.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys. Oh, the great seeker always lost.
In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction.
I hate you guys.
However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Kudos to you guys. Kudos. You guys got the last laugh. Ha ha ha. Funny.
Look at that. The rubble's just baked for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
Oh, the game over just started. Fantasy lives on. Indeed it does. Great game. Great game. I still think Persona 5 Royal is still better. Coronation of the King. By saving all your clear data, certain things can transfer over as a new game. You can transfer currently owned items with some exceptions. Money, mag, royal virtue, scanned enemies, archetype statuses, and total playtime. Yeah. Let's save here. Great game. Great game. Great game. I think it deserves to be game of the year. Being that it's like their first game in this genre, I agree. Concludes our playthrough of Metaphor. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. This is our first series that we finished. I for one enjoyed the game. I hope you guys enjoyed the journey. Although fun, although painful, but it was a good ride. I recommend the game. I liked it. Now, is it better than Persona 5? No, I don't think it is, but I truly liked it. Like, I really like Persona 3 Reload. Although Tartarus bored me, I put this over Reload. The way I would, like, in terms of like Atlas games I've played, I would probably go Persona 5 Royal, Metaphor, Persona 3 Reload, oh no, oh no. Hold on, it's already we're just gonna do this. Hold on, we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna stay right there. It's the same. So I go Reload 3, 4 would probably be Soul Hackers 2. I kind of did like Soul. No, I'll put Soul Hackers 2. I would then put Persona 3 Portable below Soul Hackers 2 because the only reason why is because I hate the hit rate in that game. So many misses. So many. Like, I think in one for one stream, I think I missed like 30 times. It's annoying. And then way down the bottom, like you gotta go down, like all the way down is SMT5, but the 2021 version. I don't know about SMT Vengeance. I'm pretty sure it's better, but yeah, that would be my rankings. Now in terms of the margins of Persona 5 and Metaphor still has open holes. The council people could have been better. Whatever. Maybe they had plans for them in the DLC. Who knows? Because it does feel like there will be a DLC or a part 2. I don't know. We don't know. But that was the playthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to catch the streams live, I stream Tuesdays through Thursdays, starting at 12 p.m. Yes, PM. I was thinking midnight at first. No, 12 p.m. midnight PST. You could find us at twitch.tv/JessJustGames. The link will be in the description, or if not, it should probably be somewhere on the screen you watching this. But yes, you could do. I will see you guys. Maybe one day I'll catch you guys on the stream or catch you in the comments. But I would like to know your opinions on this game. Please do tell. Please do. And we'll see what our next playthrough would be. Have a wonderful day and let your fantasies go on and live on. I'm just rambling. Bye.